All right. Yeah, I'm killed there. Where'd we leave off? What's that? Pat, I never had a problem with the name Pat because I had a couple of friends, guy friends who were named Pat, and I never had a friend that was a female that went by Pat. The only name really bothered me, guy, was Renee. I just, for me, maybe it's because I knew a Renee that was a girl and I fell in love with her and all that good, but if I'm a guy and I'm in school and I'm growing up and I want to be looked at as a guy and then thought of as a man when I grow up, I don't want to be called Renee. I'm not going to do it. Somebody named me that when I was born, I would think I'd do is change it. I don't care if I'm 5 years old or 18. Whatever the law says, I'm still going to change it. I'm going to go buy something else. I don't want to be a boy named Renee. That's all there is to it. A guy named Sue. It's the same deal. I knew a guy named Sue. I know they wrote a song about it, but I don't know that necessarily really happened. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But boy named Sue, I think is what it went. Johnny Cash or somebody like that. Boy named Sue is a funny song. It's a funny premise. It's a funny theory, but it's so true that this is why they were able to make a good song about it. Boy named Sue, don't call me Sue. I'll kick your ass, Anyway, where are we? What's the next name on the list? What's that? Jeff? I've known a couple of Jeffs, and Jeffs are usually very appeasing type people. They're very cool people, very intelligent people. They're very book smart. They can be accountants. I think we were talking about the name Jeff. It's a basic name, a generic type of name. It's a middle name. Not to say that it's a run of boring or anything like my name, Don. I think that's boring as it gets. Jeff can be an accountant. He can be a doctor. He can be a lawyer. There's Jeffs in every profession. And there's still a lot of them out there. A lot of them are going by the name Jeffrey. And if they go by the, if anybody goes by the long name right then and there, I start to think it's either they're upper echelons, dignified. They don't want to be called by a regular, plain old name, And it doesn't matter to me either way, what they are, but it just seems to be kind of consistent. I got a friend named Matt, and he plays football for the Steelers, and then I got a friend named Matthew, and he's got a boyfriend named Steven. Come on. That's the way it works. It's the way of the world. Bad or good or right or wrong seems to be the way it works. And then I've got, other friends that go by the tougher guys. It seems like the more manly men, they're lumberjacks or they're, truck drivers or whatever. They're not going to be called Matthew. It's not going to be a truck driver going, hey, this is Matthew. Or this is Raymond or Jeffrey, My middle name is Jeff. I don't go by Jeffrey. And I've never liked the full name. To me, it just sounds a little bit girlish. To me, all right. And it's dignified too. And again, now remember here, this is a comedy channel. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's a matter of fact. It's a matter of the way things are. Anytime you meet somebody, and anytime if it's a guy, and if his wants to go by his Theodore, he doesn't want to go by Ted or Teddy, he goes by Theodore. Or, any type of long name, when you get a long name, it's either career dignified or upper epsilon social dignified and not a ditch digger. They don't want to be known as Ted. It's got to be Theodore. Don't call me Ted. All right, Theodore.